The Darby Wind Caves are in the southwest corner of the Tetons, not too far from Driggs, Idaho. You park the car on State Line Road, and from there is a 4.5-mile cross-country ski, fat bike, or snowshoe in to the end of the road. In the summertime, you could just drive it, but in the wintertime, it's closed, so you have to park the car on the state line itself. Now, this road is not flat. There are some ups and downs, and so in icy conditions as it was today, it could be a little bit tricky. Now, when you get to the end of the road, you have to park your cross-country skis and put on your snowshoes, or of course, if you have skins, then you can skin up all the way up to the wind cave. It's another 3 miles. Now, I followed the set of skin tracks up pretty much most of the way. The last mile, I had to break some fresh ground. But from there, you have this magnificent view of the valley with some really cool rock formations and the highlight, the wind caves themselves. Now, when I reached this point, I had to turn around and make my way back. Turns out that the trip out was really fast because the snow was fairly hard, and I made it all the way out the 3 miles in just over an hour. Then I dropped my snowshoes, put on my cross-country skis again, and skied out. It took about an hour to ski out. The entire trip took about 6.5 hours. It was about 14 miles. The first part of Darby Canyon is a 4.5-mile cross-country ski in. Most people only do that. However, if only thing you want to do is the snowshoe, you can actually snowmobile in. So it's cold. I'm completely bundled up, but it's supposed to get above freezing today. We'll see if that's true. Well, this is my last sun for a while. It's going to be in the shade and presumably a bit cold. I love this little bench about a quarter mile in with a nice view of the canyon. Cool place to take a little break and a snack. Darby Canyon is definitely not flat, and so here's probably the steepest part. It doesn't look like much, it's hard to tell here, but it's about 15%. It's going to be quick coming down because the snow is icy today, so we'll see. Most of the trail follows this river, which is very pretty and flowing quite well today. About 1.4 miles in is this little pullout, and this is where you go to climb peak number 9317. You just head up that little bit, and on that flat edge is a road that's sometimes groomed in the winter, and you can take it all the way up the mountain. About 1.5 miles in is a turn off the Pinnacle Trailhead. We're not heading up Pinnacle Trailhead today. We're going to stay on the left to go to the Wind Cave. Last river crossing, 2.2 miles in. River's flowing crazy. Finally, about an hour in, and we got some light on the trail, so you can see what the trail looks like. It's not rutted, but a lot of snowmobiles have come through here. Definitely a fat bike. Today the trail is so hard you could definitely use boots without snowshoes, but you can see here on the edge that it was groomed about a week ago. We do groom this periodically. So if you really prefer a groomed trail, then you're going to want to check the Teton Valley Grooming Report, and it will tell you the status. Oh, the views just keep getting better and better and better. Way off in the distance there is our first view of the Wedge and Treasure Mountain. Today is the day of 100 sunrises and 100 sunsets. Oh, so pretty. There's Treasure Mountain again. Okay, here we have snow everywhere, but here, not. It's all melted in fresh water. So this is a warm spring that's keeping the snow melted and the water flowing. Got my skis stashed behind a tree, and I'm ready to snowshoe now. 4.5 miles in, and this is about 2 miles less than the sign, and we've reached the end of the groomed part of the trail, which is where you normally park the car in the summer. And now we're making our way into the backcountry. I could probably have skied in another probably half mile, but I kind of feel like snowshoeing. There's a nice skin track in here, which makes the going quick. Started 4.5 miles ago out in the valley, and now here we are deep in the mountains, and the mountain's getting pretty. I love this footbridge over Darby Creek. Oh yeah, so pretty. I think this is my 10th sunrise of the day. Canyon's getting really narrow now, but we're gonna go up the side. 0.9 miles in, we leave the main canyon where we've been for the past couple hours, and now we're going through this narrow little gorge here, and we're going into the canyon that has the wind cave. It's not letting me down. Going's pretty easy. The trail is easy going, and here is peak 9317, and we are not too far from being able to see the actual cave. Gained a lot of altitude, came from down there, and we're not too far from a turnaround point. Probably about a half a mile to go. The wind cave is right there in the shadow. Oh, I'm running out of time. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Here I am nearly at the turnaround point, and the wind cave is right behind those trees there. I'm gonna see how close I can get to it. Isn't this fantastic? Oh, I made it. The Darby Wind Cave. It's very difficult to get all the way into the wind cave because there's a lot of ice. It's difficult to cross, but there it is. Amazing. Here I am, right at the base of the waterfall. Look at that thing. What? It's so cool. I mean, seriously, have you ever seen such a thing? Look at that. Wow. It's so cool. Whatever. Man, that's cool. Look at that. After several years of trying, I finally made it to the top of the Darby Wind Caves. And it's a long way in, but it's so worth it. The views are amazing on all sides, but the bonus, I mean, look at that waterfall. It's so cool. I can't believe it. Now it's on the way down. I'm just gonna follow my tracks and hopefully make some good time. Snow here has this cool glow because it's reflecting off that mountain. There's my tracks out. Oh, it's so beautiful. My goodness, what kind of view is this? The walk out is so fast. Sorry, it's bumpy. I left my GoPro at home. So the walk up was like 1.5 miles an hour, depending on the snow. The walk down is about 3 miles an hour. So usually it's 2 to 3 times faster going down, depending on the conditions. Here we are coming down to the narrow part of the canyon before I go into the Darby Canyon proper, probably another half an hour. Down by the river, there's fog, and the fog forms crystals on the plants. And it kind of makes it look like candy, doesn't it? It's just amazing. I mean, look how big these crystals are. I mean, they're just way bigger than the plant. Trekking poles, snowshoes off, cross-country skis out. I got to put my boots and my snowshoes in my pack and then have lunch, and it's time to ski out of here. Snow is pretty fast today. I'm moving. Okay, so this is the steepest and scariest part of the Darby Wind Cave, which is actually less than a mile from the car. So I'm snow plowing for sure. Trying to make the corner here. Nothing better than a good fail video. Oh boy. And I'm down. So that's it, the Darby Wind Cave, the cross-country skiing, and the snowshoe. You know, the cool thing about this trail is you can go in as far as you like and then turn around. The further in you go, the better it gets, but isn't that true with life? All in all, it's an awesome day. Now, the snow is not always as challenging as this. When it's really icy, then the cross-country ski can be challenging, but when the snow is soft, and the snowshoe can be hard. So, either way. Well, I hope you enjoy it.